This is a 2016 Chevrolet Trax. And this is a 2017 Chevrolet Trax. It's new and improved, a little bit of a facelift, some new touches on the interior. Let's take a look and compare the two. This is the first one we have in stock. It's an LS model, so I just grabbed another 2016 LS model just to compare, apples to apples. I know there's a few features on some of the higher up trim levels I won't be able to show off on this one today, but don't worry, I'll get there. Today, just a macro overview of the main differences here. Those are kind of far apart, aren't they? That's a little better. Let's look at this. The first thing that I see here is definitely a much more sleek and sophisticated look on this 17 model over here. Remember, 16, 17. The 16 definitely has a lot more just rounded features in the grille and kind of thick, chunkier headlights here. But now over on the 17, we've got a lot thinner design on the headlight, still that split grille on the front, just some nicer accent lines here. This top section up here looks a little more thin and sleek. They moved the logo instead of on the body over here on the 16. They moved it up into the section on that grille over there. Very similar to the updates we saw on the Cruise. Those guys over there for 2017. Definitely a similar style here on the Trax. Onto the back now. The door and window itself, pretty much identical. Same thing here with the tail lights. I really don't see any differences there. However, as we go down a little bit, same theme from the front of the vehicle. This 16 over here has a really thick plastic bumper on the bottom. A lot of real estate of this back end given up to that dark gray plastic, as opposed to a lot more body on the bumper of this 17 over here. You can see the blue comes down lower, a much more minimal look from that dark gray plastic here at the bottom. Definitely a nice touch there. Also got a little bit different design on these lights here as opposed to these really thin ones over on the 16. Nothing noticeably different. We open up back end here on the 17. Still got this removable tray up at the top. That comes off and gives you access to this 60/40 split folding second row. Pretty much the same there, but let's look at the front seats. Here is the interior of the 2016. We do have a nice touchscreen display there, but I'll point out the look of our meters here up on the dash, as well as just the overall feel here with a lot of plastic, those extra storage compartments up there. While functional, definitely contributes to just a more economy feel in this 16 Trax. And here is the 17 Trax. Nothing majorly different. Again, with that nice touchscreen display. I did choose to add physical buttons down here, power and home, and those buttons that were that touch sensor over on the 16. We do still have that shiny black surrounding the screen. And then up on the major part of the dash here, we did lose out on the storage, but they've added this section of leather with that nice stitching that comes loops all the way around the front here. It definitely gives it a little bit of a classier feel. Onto your gauges here on the dash. Added an analog tachometer there next to the speedometer, and the digital menu has a little bit less of a playful look. This looks to be very similar to the instrument cluster that they put in the new Sonics for 2017 as well. Overall, I think this is just a little bit of maturing for this particular model. Definitely some similar design elements to the updates that Chevy's been making across the board for a number of different models. If you'd like to take a closer look, you know where to find it. Green Chevrolet.